So, we've got a problem. Our Norcold 1210 is showing an error code. Last night, we had some major thunderstorms come through here in Florida. Woke me up, but just a few minutes later, started hearing this beep. Came in here, tried to reset it, tried to turn it off and on, tried to move it from automatic just over to LP or just to electric, see if that was a problem. And since it was 4:30 in the morning, I just decided to turn it off. Turn that off for us so we can hear a little bit better. So now we've gotten up and we realized it was an error code. It was L1OP. When we looked in the service manual, it said a high temperature limit switch was open. And we have just started our trip. We've got a lot in the freezer, a lot in the refrigerator, and talking about panic between me and Lynn. We're saying, what do we do? So I called a service tech. Unfortunately, they won't be able to be out for another 7.5, 8 hours. And so what I've done is done a little research, and I realized that water causes a lot of problems with these circuits, especially if it's blowing sideways, and it was blowing last night. So I think we've got a problem with water affecting the system, the electronics, and there's a way to reset it. But I haven't looked on anything outside yet. I wanted you to come along with me so we can see if there's water there. That's the problem. So let me give you a strong warning. If you do not know the reason why your high temperature limit switch is open, do not reset it. The reason those switches are there is to prevent fires. If you watched our safety video, and I'll put a link to that down below, and I'll put it at the end of the video, refrigerators are the #1 reasons RVs catch on fire. And you know how, you can just imagine how fast these go up in smoke. So if you do not know why your limit switch is open, your high temperature limit switch is open, then do not do this. Call someone that can help you out. So please be aware of that warning. But let's go outside and see if we can see rain in the refrigerator compartment and see if that's what really happened. So before we even get into the panel, you can see how much water is still on the RV. And so we're gonna take the panel off for the first time and just check behind here. And there is water in here. I'll take the camera from Lynn and show you if you see the water here, and water here. The first thing we need to do is get it dried out as much as possible by hand. And the second thing will be to do is take a blow dryer to it and dry it out as thoroughly. And I understand it takes about 20 minutes to do that, but let's start drying it by hand. If you see my yellow pen, there's the red light that's on. This is your high temperature limit box, and that's why that light's on. This is your high temperature switch, if you can see that. And my understanding, there's also a relay right here. You don't see it through the box, but there's a relay. Step 2 is take a blow dryer and thoroughly dry this out. Lynn said you can't tell by my hair by the gel in it today, but man, it's windy. This is Florida. I'm glad I brought a jacket. Back to the blow dryer.
"20 minutes later."
So I took the blow dryer and blew it for 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes, just to make sure it's thoroughly dry. That's one of the most important things. So we're now going to take you to the final step and see if it works. It's going to involve a magnet. So I've got a magnet here. Mine happens to be for the grill, but hopefully it's going to work. We're going to find out. So I want to show you the couple spots that have the relay. Of course, the high temperature limit switch has a relay, but that's not what we want to focus on. We're wanting to focus on either above this light or below this light. This is a little bit different than the ones I got to review, so I'm going to try these two spots. What you should hear is 2 clicks, they say. The first click will get this relay open, and which will send information over to open this relay. So let's try this out. Trying to get it high enough for it. Might have to get a different magnet. With the base of this light, I was unable to get around some of the components inside the refrigerator compartment here. Lynn did remember that she has a couple of refrigerators and magnets. These might not be powerful enough. We'll see. If not, we'll have to go up to the hardware store and get some more magnets. But let's try these before we go make any purchases.
I don't know if that's showing the light or not.
So the magnets that I had out by the grill and Lynn had for refrigerators did not work. So what I had to do is run up to the local hardware store just a few minutes away and get an 8-pack of magnets. I've stacked them. I'm going to see if that does the trick. Just to show you a little bit more about this, is the ceramic magnets. They're disc, and I've tried to get small as I could, just so they could fit in that tight space, because the first magnet was too bulky, and the second magnets I got from Lynn were not strong enough. So we've stacked them. Hopefully that'll make them a little bit stronger also. Let's go outside. Okay, so let me show you what we did finally. I did go back and did a little more research. You put the batteries right over this red light here. And you'll hear 2 clicks. It'll be the click for this relay, then the click for this relay. So it did work. We're gonna keep an eye on it. If it keeps going out, that's when we're gonna call the technician back out. Let me give you a little pointer that I also read. Someone told me to put it on LP. That way if you're out here by yourself, you'll hear the refrigerator start up when you hear the gas light, and you'll know you did it. So as soon as I put it on the light and had it on LP, so we turned it on LP inside, did this, and it started right up.
And one of the tricks is that you have to have the refrigerator turned on. In the beginning, we had the refrigerator turned off, and that did not work. Right.
So have that refrigerator turn on, because if you didn't hear Lynn, she said one of the things we were doing, we had the refrigerator off so we wouldn't hear the beeping inside, but do have your refrigerator on when you're doing this. So as you can see, it is working. We got the light there on, and it's working. So let me make sure, I've said it before, I want to say it again, that high temperature limit switch is there for a reason. It prevents fires. The number one reason fires are in RVs, as I said, is refrigerators. So if you do not know why your light came on and your high temperature shut off the refrigerator, get a technician. But if you've gone through rain, or you were washing your rig and you got water up in that compartment and you got water on that high temperature limit switch, then this will be your solution to your problem. It saved us about $75 for a fee, and I was warned by several people that usually they try to replace the switch, which would cost me who knows how much more, hundreds of dollars, and labor. So for the price of $3.99 for a pack of magnets and a little bit of time, we've got this fixed and running. We're going to keep an eye on it. Let me say this also, that I'm not a highly mechanical person. I've always been able to
You're my hero. You're my hero today.
Well, thank you. I've always dabbled in things and tried not to be afraid of doing things, but let this be a lesson that you can take videos like ours here, fix things, and other content creators have done a great job of letting you know how to fix things. Always take caution, and always try to look at more than one source, because someone might have just their opinion out. So don't be afraid to try to fix things and save a little bit of money. So as we said, this saved quite a bit. And if you like this video, come along with us on our journey as we travel around the United States in our RV.
Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV America.